Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Anant Koti Vaishnavarind Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Bhagavad Gita crash course. Today we will be taking chapter 9. I will just share the screen. Hare Krishna Sundar Prabhu. Can you see the screen, Prabhujis and Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, first we will do a quick, fast recap up till chapter 8 and then we will see today chapter 9. So, chapter 1. So, we know Arjun said, I don't want to fight. I will rather beg, but I will not fight. I cannot kill my relatives, my grandfather, my gurus. I rather beg. Then he sat down. He said, tears in his eyes, I'm not going to fight. Chapter 2, which summarizes the Gita in this entirety. Then Krishna started smilingly. He said, why are you worried? There was no time when you were not there, these guys were not there. There won't be any time when you will not be there and these guys won't be there. Now also you are here and they are here. So why are you lamenting? And then he explains that don't worry about it, do your duty. Body is changing from boyhood to adult to old age. And then it will pass on to the new body. So why are you bewildered by this? And he said you have the right to perform your duty, but you do not have right for the fruit of action. That is not in the soul's control. And then he explains about the soul. Soul never can get burned. Water cannot wet it. Air cannot dry it. There is no birth, no death of the soul. So he said, why are you unnecessarily lamenting? Chapter 3, Karma Yoga. He gives a very important information. Na karmanam anarambhat naishkramyam purushashnute. Not doing your duty is also a bad work. So one should not think I will escape from duties, because that will also bring bad reaction. And then therefore he tells how one should do the karma yoga. Yoga means linking. How karma should be linked with Krishna, that offering all work to me without profit, ownership and without lethargy. He said, do your duty, stand up and fight. Important piece of information Arjun asked, because he was thinking that why the Kauravas did all what they did. So he said, can you please tell that nobody actually wants to do sinful activity, but they still do. What is the reason behind it? And then Krishna explains clearly, it is because of the lust, the kamana. And that lust, he said, is not only just sitting in the senses and in the mind, actually it is sitting in the intelligence also. So therefore, everybody has two kinds of intelligences. One is lustful intelligence and one is lust-free intelligence. The lust-free intelligence only comes when one does devotional service. Dadami buddhi yogamatam hina mamupayanti te. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. When somebody does devotional service with love and affection, then dadami buddhi yogamatam. Then Krishna gives the real intelligence, which is lust-free, and then only one can get oneself out of the lust. Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge about Lord Krishna himself. He explains Janma Karma Chame Divyam. My arrival in this world, my activities are not mundane activities, they are transcendental. And I do not have the body of matter at all. Bhumira Puanalvayu, that kind of body. Everything is made up of the substance of which the soul is made. That is why he is also called Super Soul. And he says that anybody who accepts this or knows this also will not take birth in this world again. Then important piece of information, he says that one who sees action in inaction and sees in action, in action actually sees. Meaning, if somebody does work but it ceases as an inaction, that means which will not give a material result, that means he does devotional service as action. That is the kind of action one should do. And somebody who is doing inaction, already doing that kind of action which does not give material result, that is the kind of action one should do. So it's a little tongue twister, but summary is one should do in action whatever work one does. Meaning, if one does like a seed which is first roasted and then put inside the soil, the plant cannot come out. Similarly, once the work is offered to Lord Krishna, the material itchiness, the material anxiety, the material heat, it does not come back. It does not come because the work is no more material. All this heat, itchiness, anxiety is in matter, not in the soul substance. And therefore, Krishna tells, if you work for me, all the material work gets converted into spiritual work. Moving on, Karma Yoga chapter 5, action in Krishna consciousness. So he tells that sannyasastu mahabaho dukkhaptum ayogataha. Meaning, if somebody forcefully renounces one's duties, forcefully, and tries to do spiritual work, but the duty as per the varnashram is not doing, then it will only bring misery. And he also tells that why a person in material world is miserable, because if one gives his heart to something which has an end, then it will cause misery. Because soul is going to live, but the attachment is with a thing which is going to die. Therefore, in the end, it will be misery. So what is the answer is that somebody can say, then around me everybody is dying, so what should I do? I should not get attached to anybody. No, one should get attached, but get attached in the right relationship by seeing everybody as part and parcel of Krishna. Mame vanshu jeev loke. Family members, everybody. That attachment is the correct attachment. Chapter 6, Dhyan Yoga. Dhyan Yoga, it tells the bhakti, the yoga ladder it tells, starting with the material plane, then Gyan Marg, then Dhyan Yoga, and then Bhakti Yoga. That's what it tells. And it also tells the Ashtanga Yoga, which has Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, all the difficult things are there. And then meditate on the soul sitting inside the heart and a secluded place. So after doing all those things, then one gets highest perfection of transcendental happiness. But the same Ashtanga Yoga for Kali Yuga, no need to go anywhere in secluded place or anything. Just simply by doing the devotional service, one can get the same benefit. In the end of chapter 6, the Ashtanga Yoga Siddhi. What is the ultimate Siddhi one can get is, Krishna tells that one who thinks of me and renders transcendental devotional service to me, that person is actually intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest. So this yoga is much far more simpler than going in the forest, sitting on a kusha grass and following variety of things, where, because the mind is actually extremely difficult, because he says Chanchala hi mana Krishna, the famous one, and Krishna tells that you should practice for detachment. So that detachment actually is that actually nobody can get detached. The mind will get attached to something. Better get attached to Krishna's service, and anything what is done, if it is connected to Krishna, then that attachment automatically will lead to detachment from matter. So that is chapter 6. Chapter 7, knowledge of the absolute. Krishna tells that all these things which we are seeing, Bhumi, Rapo, Anal, Vayu, Khamman, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankar, Tiyam, Me, Vinna, Prakriti, Rishtata. Bhumi, earth. Apo, water. Anal, fire. Vayu, air. Then Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. Kham, ether. Mind, intelligence, false ego. These 8 things he said are my energy. I am the proprietor. You are not the energy. You are not the proprietor of it. And then he tells this is my inferior nature, but there is a superior nature which is para. That is the marginal energy of Krishna. That is all of us, all of us conditioned souls who are on the border whether to go towards matter or towards Krishna. And yes, and in the end he tells Devyeshi Gunmai Mammaya Duratya Mameva Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. So in the final analysis, basically all the effort is done to understand that by effort one cannot cross over the Maya and the essence of this world. Ultimately it will be by his mercy, but for to get that mercy one has to put full maximum effort, and Krishna then gives his mercy. This is how it is. Then yes, Krishna tells in chapter 7 4 kind of devotees and 4 kind of stupid people who don't surrender. Those who don't surrender are grossly foolish, lowest in mankind, those knowledge has been stolen, and atheists. But those who surrender, Krishna says they are very pious. Though they may not be pure devotees, but they are very pious people. Artha, the one who wants money. Jigyasu, the one who is inquisitive. Artharthi, who wants material gain, and Jnani, searching for knowledge. But pure devotees, they are above this. They are doing service for the pleasure of the Lord, which in turn gives them immeasurable pleasure, which cannot be, as per scriptures, cannot be explained by mouth. Chapter 8, definitions were given. What is Brahm? Brahm is absolute, also is Brahm, but sometimes living entity is also called Brahm. In Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, in different shlokas, Brahm is used in different ways, sometimes as living entity, individual soul, sometimes as Brahm also. But Para Brahm is only for Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then further explanations are given. I will skip this. Yes. Then Krishna tells what happens when one leaves body remembering Krishna. Krishna tells that person comes to me, Antakale Chamamev. That person will come finally to me only, because the rule basically is that whatever is being meditated on at the last moment of our life on this material universe, that is the destination the soul goes to. So if we are thinking something else, like Bharat Maharaj, he was thinking of the deer, he got the deer body. One who was thinking like Ajamil, he was thinking of Krishna, then the aeroplane came from above to take him back. So, and Krishna also tells actually that this place is a dukkhalayam, it is full of miseries. But elsewhere he also tells Brahmabhut prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. The one who is in devotional service, that person even in this miserable world remains happy. Brahmabhut prasannatma, remains happy. So there is, to what extent, that is somebody can say, to what extent one will feel. So that is to the extent one surrenders. To that extent the response is there. Actually it's more than that, but bare minimum. Then Brahma's life, I will not. Now chapter 9. The most confidential knowledge. That is Bhuyatam. That is the word used. Yes, Prabhuji, let's start. No, so Prabhu, you can start.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 9.1 Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te grahayatam pravakshayamya anasaive jnanam vijnana sahitam yaj yat gyatva mokshashe shubhat. Mokshashe shubhat. So, translation. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of God had said, "My dear Arjun, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the mysteries of material existence. First basic condition not to be envious of Krishna." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You see, it is very easy to be a Nirakarvadi because ego is never hurt. Because there is no another person whom I can compete with. So it's very easy. But when we know that Krishna is a person, so first thing is, अरे मैं क्या कुछ कम हूँ क्या? That is how the mind is he is thinking.
Prabhu,
Yes.
Prabhu, who can be envious of Krishna? I mean, is anybody envious of Krishna? There is power to be envious of Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, it's like this. Those who are not inclined in a personal form has some kind of envy because the introduction has never happened. Something very nice will come later on this. Krishna will touch upon Nirakar and Sakar. So, one is atheist who do not believe. They can be envious. They don't believe in God. Unfortunately or fortunately, they don't know that they are still being maintained by the Supreme Personality, but they don't believe. So those people are, one can say, they are envious. Because otherwise all the proof is available. In the court of law, circumstantial evidence is of great importance. We can make out that the word meaning conditioned soul means that there is a conditioning. We can send somebody in the space, but we are conditioned. That person is now having difficulty to come back. So that means there is some other force which is controlling. So there are some people maybe there who do not believe that there is before even a Nirakarvadi, there are people who don't even believe Nirakar Sakar. That there are people who say, I am God, right? So they are envious. Huh?
Yeah, you're right. People say they are God.
So if somebody is saying I am God means what? I mean, how stupid I will be if I start saying today that I am Sheikh Mohammed. I'll be very stupid, right? And that means I am envious of him because I know I can't be him. Then you go to the Nirakar. They believe they don't want the material problems, the birth, old age, disease, death. So they will get rid of that. But they are not wanting to accept that Vadanti tattva vidha Tattvam yat jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaneti shabdate. Bhagavatam says Krishna has three features. One, Brahma feature, formless. Two, Paramatma feature, in the heart. Third is as a person. So person one is extremely difficult. Actually, I would say I am also envious to some extent because I face difficulty in accepting him 100% as it is. Whatever he is doing to me, if I 100% believe, I should accept whatever he is doing to me. But my mind is not ready. Soul is ready maybe, but mind is not ready to accept. Why? Because there is a conditioning of so many years that I am also something great. Only in the end we find.
Sabhu, not to debate with you. Definitely, I understand what you're saying, but still, even to what example you gave about yourself, own self, right? But it's not that you're envious of Krishna. Even comparing to you is very wrong thing. If I take about myself also, I will never be envious of Krishna.
No, I am saying in a very subtle way. It's a very, 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 very subtle. Maybe for devotees we should not give this example actually. I cannot say like this that you are envious. But let me put it this way, that somebody who's there who doesn't know Krishna and He knows that there is a superior authority, but most of the people in this universe feel that they are very great and they can do something great, and the realization that that greatness is because of mercy of Krishna is not there. It is that I am doing it.
Yeah, that is true.
That I is kind of enviousness with the Supreme.
Okay. In that terms, okay.
Yeah, for example, I can say Soham. Yes, qualitatively I am the same. But I can interpret Soham, I am the same as God. That is why Acharya said not Soham, Dasoham. You are not Soham, yes, qualitatively agreed, but reality is Dasoham. Because we can see in this world, what to speak of Krishna, my boss is more powerful than me. He has a boss who is more powerful than us. This logic. That person has more powerful. The owner of the company has competitors to fight with. There is somebody more powerful competitor. When somebody reaches a place when above that person nobody is there, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So until unless this, it's very easier said than done, Prabhu. But actually speaking, full surrender only will come when there is no envy and we understand, yes, whatever you do is good for me. That is a very, very high state. But yes, this is very subtle. But on a gross level, the materialists, they say, I am the doer, I am in control, I will get the result. And that is why, because there is no introduction to the Supreme Personality, we don't know what exactly, because unless you go through the scripture, you cannot make out what he can do, what he cannot do. Kartum anyatha kartum. Sarva samarth. So like that, Prabhu. I hope, Prabhu, in short, this will be of some.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
So, Krishna said here, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Idam tu guhyatamam. I am telling you the most confidential. Pravakshami, I am telling you. Why? Because anasuyave. You are not envious of me. Actually, if you tell something about yourself to a person who is envious of me, you think that person will accept? That person will only accept if the person is not envious of me. If I try to tell something about myself. Therefore, Krishna is telling, you are not envious, I will tell you about myself. If you are envious of myself, you will think I am just telling you something false. So, he said, I will tell you. So, the first condition is one should not be, first knowledge itself here is one should not be envious of Krishna, because actually it is like this. The sun ray cannot be envious of the sun. Sun ray cannot say, I will shine, but sun, you be in the cloud. If sun ray is envious of the sun ray has not understood what is sun. Like that. So first condition, first important guhyatam knowledge here itself he gives, before even giving the knowledge, that I am giving you this knowledge because you are not envious of me. Okay. Yes, please. Prabhuji, please prompt the other devotees.
Yeah, Prabhu, I'll speak, Prabhu.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Ashradhanya purusa dharmasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartamani. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me. O conqueror of enemies, therefore they return to the path of birth and death in this material world.
Please read the knowledge one, Prabhu. Now he is giving the Guhyatam knowledge.
If Krishna not attained return to Mrityuloka, Krishna attained through devotional service.
So two pieces of information he is giving. First one transcendental, utmost secret. Actually everybody knows, but saying by mouth is one thing and accepting is another thing. So first knowledge he is giving is that if I am not attained by anybody in this Mrityu Lok, one has to return back here. And how to attain me? Through devotional service. So he says, Ashraddhadhana Purusha, Dharmasya Asya Parantapa. Those who are faithless, Ashraddha, not Shraddha but Ashraddha. Those who have Ashraddha towards me, what happens? Aprapyamam. First of all, they don't get me, they don't realize me. Second, nivartante mrityu sansara vartamani, they will keep on coming in this mrityu loka. So this is the first Guhyatam knowledge is giving, that if one is faithless, has envy, that means one person will not be doing devotional service, and once not done, one person has to come back to Mrityu Lok until Krishna is attained. Shall we go to the next one? Next, Prabhuji, please. Whose turn?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avaktya murtina marta sthani sarva bhutani na cha aham tesam avastita.
Hare Krishna.
Translating the Shlok, yes, Shlok. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them.
Knowledge 2, Prabhuji?
You come into
Top knowledge 2.
knowledge, sorry, Bhagavad Gita 9.4, knowledge 2. From Sakar comes Nirakar.
So there is a big debate. Here Krishna gives second most secret knowledge. The big debate is that Krishna has come out of the Nirakar. Many people think like that Nirakar comes first and then Sakar. But Krishna clearly he tells in this, that Maya Tat Idam Sarvam, all this manifestation, this Sarvam Jagat, Avyakta Murtinam, it is Maya Tatam. I am pervading all this universe as Avyakta, as the unmanifested form, as Avyakta Murtina. Maya Tatam, I am pervading. It is not that he is come out of the Nirakar. Here is a proof. Maya Tatam Idam Sarvam Jagat Avyakta Murtinam. Everything is pervaded by my unmanifested form, not other way round. So this is second piece of information, which is extremely secretive, but he gives here. But one who is, the more one is non-envious, the more one understands it, the more the devotional service will happen. Okay. Who's
Bhagavad Gita,
Hare Krishna.
point 10.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Knowledge 3. Krishna is the superintendent of his material nature. Maya Dhyakshen Prakati Suyate Satara Charanam Hetu Nanena Kaunteya Jagat Viparita Vartate. Translation: this material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Definition of material nature: Bhumi Apo Anal Vayu. 7.4. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. So now Krishna gives knowledge number 3. He says, don't think that this world is automatically, as some scientists say, this is come from void and it will go back in void and it is just operating. He says, no. Maya Adhyakshena. Adhyaksha means superintendent, principal, director. He says, Maya Adhyakshen. In my superintendence, this my nature, Prakriti, Suyate Sacharacharam. It is operating under my control, not somebody else's control. He clearly tells. And my nature, what is nature? In 7.4, the definition of nature was given by Krishna. Bhumi, Apo, Anal, Vayu, Kham, Man, Buddhi, Ahankar, Itiyam me bhinna Prakrtir Ashtadha. These are my 8 Prakritis, my 8 material energies. He clearly tells. And he says, who is the superintendent? Mayadhyakshena. I am the director of this. So this is also very guhyatam knowledge, which is widely information is available, but the realization of this means job is done. So he gives actually all information. Somebody can say, why is he saying all this guhyatam? We all know. But I know this from mouth. If I realize that this is the case, then my state of being will be completely transformed. The more one realizes, the more it transforms, at least. Okay, next one. Yes, please.
Bhagavad Gita, Slok 9.11. Hare Krishna. Avjananti ma mudha manasi tanumashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhutmaheshwaram. Translation: fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as a supreme lord of all that be.
Hari Bol. And the knowledge, Mataji, is on the top. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is it
Hare
this?
Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Knowledge for.
For Krishna is transcendental and supreme.
What is the time, Mataji? 8:40. The session. Maybe it will. What is the time now?
8:30.
Okay, we'll finish this and then maybe we'll log out and again. Or we can continue. If it disappears, we'll log in again. No problem. So here he tells, Avajananti mam mudha. Those who are mudas, the foolish people, what they feel is that when I come on this, in this material world, my body is like everybody else's body. But he very clearly said earlier, Janma karma cha me divyam, evam yo veti tatvata, tyaktva deham punarjanma, na eti mameti sorjuna. My body, my actions, everything is transcendental. He is completely in the substance of the soul. So he says that param bhavam jananto. That is the transcendental nature. People don't know that mama bhut maheshwaram. They do not know that my transcendental nature is actually, I am the Supreme Lord of everything. So this is, every statement is actually a very guhyatam knowledge. By only devotional service, he can reveal the words which he has written. Okay. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 9.14. Knowledge 5. What great soul should do. Satatam kirtanyanto ma yatantasya dadavrata namasyantasya ma bhaktya nityukta upasate. Translation by Prabhupada. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion.
Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. So he tells, this is also, if we want to find out who is a great soul, then Krishna gives the definition of the great soul here. The one who is doing satatam kirtayanto mam, who is always either chanting or thinking about Krishna or working for Krishna. Yatantaha, fully endeavoring, not that my Guru Maharaj used to say devotees are workers, they are not shirkers. They don't try to escape from work, they want to finish it because work has been given by Krishna. So always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So another knowledge he gives. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 9.17, knowledge 6. Krishna is father, mother, and grandfather. पितामहस्य जगतो माता धाता पितामहः वेदयं पवित्रम् ओंकार ऋक् साम यजुरेव च. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Sam, and the Yajurved. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. So in the end, actually, Vasudevam Sarvamati Samahatma Sudurlabha. Everything is him and his energies only. But he still clarifies, because everybody has this question that, I mean, I could barely remember up to my maybe great grandfather, Snail. Beyond that, so I don't even know the name. But Krishna here clearly tells that, listen, I am Pitamahasya, I am the father of this Jagat, of this universe. I am the mother, I am the Dhata, supporter, and I am the Pitama, I am the grandfather also. So whatever is happening is because he is the Mata, Pita and maintainer and everything of this universe. So no need to speculate where this is coming from. The clearly scriptures are telling, the knowledge has been given. He is the father, mother. What is that verse? I'm forgetting. That I am the money, I am your friend, I am your mother, father. What is that verse? See, in Kali Yuga, the mind is also this situation. If it remembers, I'll tell you. Okay, knowledge 7.
Krishna Prabhu, I'll speak. Those who are Ananya devotees, Krishna takes care. Those who are Ananya devotees, Krishna takes.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Yeah, I remembered that shloka. It is Tvameva Mata Pita Tvameva
Tumeva bandhu,
Chasakha
tumeva sarvam dev.
Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. So, actually, once this thing happens of acceptance and non-enviousness, the material anxiety is completely Krishna removes, or at least it is reduced in the same proportion of the surrender. Okay. You can see Prabhuji?
Yes, but that shloka is not coming. Prabhu, I'll speak now, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I'll repeat again. Knowledge 7. Those who are Ananya devotees, Krishna takes care. Ananyascha Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yoga Shemam Vahamyam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, To them, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have.
Hari Bol, Jai Ho. Famous Krishna. Krishna has given everything
Yeah,
in writing. We can see this in
that's a
our,
very big slogan.
even though I'm not an Ananya devotee, but still I can see what he is doing in our lives. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ananya means there is nobody else, only Krishna. Ananyas, Ananya. There was one Maharaj was being interviewed. So he said, we are always doing Ananya Bhakti. He said, how? He said, we always do Anna Bhakti. We are always honoring Prasadam, Anna. And therefore we do Ananya Bhakti. So, like that. Ananya Chintayanto Mam. Those who are always with no other object, just thinking of me. Ejana Paryupasate. What happens? Tesham Nitya Abhiyuktanam. They are always fixed in the devotional service. Then what do I do? Yoga Kshemam Vahamya Aham. Yoga I do, whatever is required I do, and whatever is already there I protect. See, these are the two problems we face. I am always asking for something what I don't have. And I am always asking Krishna what I have I should not lose. Correct. These are the two things I am all the time asking, frankly. Krishna, I don't have this, give me this, give me that, give me this. He must be getting tired. Yeah, shut up. Give me a break. But what I am doing, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. Second, I am saying, I already have this. You have given me. Don't take it away. Don't take it away. Let it be with me. That's another thing. So Krishna is saying, यार कितनों को जवाब दूंगा, एक बार मैं बताता हूँ. अनन्यास चिंतयन्तो माम ये जन्म पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं माम्यहम्. You just become my sincere, fixed on me devotee. I will take care. What you have, it won't go away. What you don't have, you will get. But the further if we go down in this shloka, what he is saying is that actually to reach me, whatever you have will continue with you. What you don't have, that thing also I will give to you so that you can come to me. This is the essence of this shloka. Not just material things. He is arranging sadhana dhama mokshikar dwara. Whatever is needed to come to me, I will give it to you. Obviously, if this is there, the other material things will automatically taken care of. Okay, next one please.
Bhagavad Gita 9.23 translation. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
This is a very famous shloka which different interpretations are there in this. Those who are worshipping devatas, what will happen? So Krishna is telling, actually they are worshipping me only, but the vidhi, the methodology is incorrect. Why he is saying like that is because all devatas are his part and parcel. And another thing is, devatas become pleased very fast. Whatever one asks, they give. But if the same thing is asked from Krishna, he gives plus or not give, but he will remove the material desire permanently. That is the advantage. But there is a caveat. If anybody worships any devata and asks for Krishna bhakti, then it is excellent. Gopis were going to Gopeshwar Mahadev asking for Krishna bhakti. Sita Maiya went to Katyayani Mata asking for Lord Ram's hand as husband. So, underlining thing under this is what is a person asking from devatas. If one is asking for sense gratification, problem. If one is asking Krishna mercy, no problem. Simply put. Okay, next one please.
Prabhu, I have one question
Of course.
regarding the last verse, 9.24. Actually, those who are devotees of other gods. Actually, Prabhu, why there are some people they are devotee of other gods? Because there are 18 Purans.
Ah,
In 6 Puran, that is on the Sattvagun level, and 6 Rajagun,
ah,
and 6 Tamagun level.
ah,
In other Puran, there are written that, for example, other gods like Shiva is the supreme, and other
yes,
Ganesha is the supreme.
yes.
So why this confusion is created? Why? What can be the reason for this confusion? Like why Krishna is saying that I will give you this confidential knowledge. Means if the knowledge is like one only, that yeah, Krishna is the supreme, then all maybe other people also will join this
Wonderful
Krishna
question,
consciousness.
Prabhuji. See, Prabhuji, the thing is, like you may like a particular food, but your friend may like some other food. And you also mentioned rightly so that 6 Puranas, there are varieties of Puranas. Some are in Rajogun, some in Tamogun, and some in Satogun. Or some are in pure devotional service, above the pure goodness. Because in Krishna's creation, Krishna is full of variety, he has created full of variety. So therefore, the Purana scriptures are like a drugstore. In different yugas, different prescriptions are there for that yuga. All prescriptions can work, but for that yuga there is a prescription. So what happens is, he has given the prescription for all the yugas, even in Bhagavad Gita. Sankhya Yoga is there, then you have Ashtanga Yoga is there, all that is there. So this is covering for the entire this one. But he has created as per the taste. Not everybody for example, in ISKCON also, you will see some devotees are very much inclined to Lord Krishna, some are to Lord Ram, some to Narsingh Bhagavan. Now, all three are personality of Godhead. So why it is different for different people? Because their taste is of that type. And the mother cooks that food which the child likes. And different people are at different evolution stage. So Krishna says all these Devi Devatas are actually my administrators. So one has to respect them. Now what happens? Somebody has come in the first birth here. Somebody has come in the last birth here. Somebody has come in the first birth might be in too much in passion or ignorance. For that person also, Krishna has given some information. Okay, you start from this Devi Devata. Okay, start. No problem. I can say for myself, it started with I asked and I got. I asked and I got. That's how it started. Only then one person understands that what I am asking is not the right thing. For example, Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj, he first came and he said, I am going to get a throne bigger than you, my father. He told so in his mind. But when Krishna appeared, he said, Aham kritharthosmi, varam na yache. I am completely satisfied, I don't want anything. So the thing is, everybody is at a different stage. As you know, in one kalp, in one day of Brahma, creation happens. In the night, everybody goes back. Then they come out. So the desire of individual soul is not getting satisfied in one cycle. They are coming again and again and again and again. But they make progress. So some have made certain level of progress, some have still at certain level, some are at a righteousness level, some are at a material level. So there is a whole creation is there. And in creation, as you saw in yoga ladder, it starts from material, then the ladder goes up. But for everybody, Krishna has given something. Chalo, ye to karo. If nothing else, there is moral science. Do good to others. Even you don't know why you are doing good to others. But chalo, acha karo na dusre ka. So there is a variety. For that variety, Krishna has arranged something for everybody. Actually speaking, if somebody is worshipping, say, Lord Ganesh, and he is not asking for material things, and he is saying, please show me who you are. And this happened there was one Maharashtrian simple devotee was there of Lord Ganesh. And he used to ask everybody, where can I see Supreme Personality of Godhead? Somebody said, you go to Jagannath Puri. He went to Jagannath Puri. He saw darshan of Jagannath. This is, who is this? This is not Supreme Personality. Because in his mind there is only Ganesh Ji. He is born and brought up like that. Again he went back. Like that 3-4 times. Now 10th time when he went there, somebody said, you go. There only you will find Supreme Personality Godhead. Jagannath Ji said, Baba, this fellow, I have to give him mercy. When he reached in the temple, Jagannath Ji was sitting with a trunk in the sanctum sanctorum. And he was fully satisfied. Meaning what? If somebody has a pure consciousness desire, even Ganesh Ji will help reach the Supreme Personality and will show that I am also coming from Lord Krishna. So there is a reconciliation in the entire contradiction. So all administrators are there, but they are part and parcel of Krishna. If somebody is asking material thing, you get trapped, go to their loka, come back. But if you don't ask even from Devta something material and you say, I want to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like the Gajraj, he did not mention Supreme, he said Supreme Personality of Godhead, he did not mention Krishna. But others, Bhagavatam tells, were watching the Devtas, they did not intervene. Because they knew, they waited that Krishna is coming. So like that, somewhere somebody has to do the start. So therefore the entire variety has been created by Krishna. So I hope this is somewhat helpful. I don't know, Prabhuji.
That's so clear, understand.
This is a very complex subject, but and one very troublesome to the mind if it is not clear. But one thing is clear: a person who has pure desire to know Supreme Personality of Godhead can get connected from anywhere, because बहुना जन्मवानान्ते ज्ञानवानं प्रपद्यते वासुदेवं सर्वमिति स महात्मस दुर्लभा. Everything is emanating from him and his energies. They will guide. बाबा ये रहे, ये देखो, हम भी इनसे ही आ रहे हैं. This is, I hope. Okay, let's proceed. Here. And today also in the Jagannath Puri, this day in a year is celebrated when Jagannath Ji sat with the trunk to please his devotee. Even today it is happening. You can Google, you can see they have darshan, etc. Yes, Prabhuji. Next devotee, please.
Bhagavad Gita 9.25 translation. Those who worship the demigod will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestor go to the ancestor. Those who worship ghost and spirit will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me.
So Krishna said, you ask material things from Devta, you go to his abode. And you ask from me, you come to me. Simple. Like he said, Antakale Chamameva, Smarana Mukta Kalivaram. In the end, whatever we are thinking, you go there. So simple, same logic. Yes, please.
I think Pramod.
9.26. Knowledge 8. Krishna sees love and devotion only. Patram puspam phalam toyam yoge bhaktya prichyati am bhakti upad ashnami yad atmana. Translation Pashapada. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it.
Jai Ho Maharaj. Famous verse clearly thing is love and devotion, because in the Vaikuntha planets also there are so much of praise of the Lord is happening and all the time chanting is happening. He must be tired यार, जो आता है मेरी तारीफ ही करता रहता है. Imagine if you are living a life where everybody is coming and just only praising you, nobody is criticizing. You'll get fed up with this. यार कुछ तो और बोलो मेरे को. So he is saying, Baba, I need love and devotion. Awe and reverence is lower than love and devotion. It is good, no problem. But it is there, why it is low is because in awe and reverence, the focus is not on him but his powers. That he is so powerful, he can do this, he can do that. That is inferior to love and devotion, where gopis are taking a stick and threatening him. So he wants to have some other enjoyment, therefore it is more important for him. This is his secret. Yes. Our famous verse, we always remember this.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Should I read Prabhu?
Yeah, please go ahead, one by one, turn by turn.
Bhagavad Gita 9.27, knowledge 9. How he can do devotional service 24/7. Yat karoshi yat nasi ujya voshi dadasya yat pasyasi kaunteya tat purusha mad varshanam. A translation by the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Purport. Thus, it is the duty of everyone to mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in any circumstance.
Very good. So this is knowledge number 9. Devotional service need not be done only while doing 16 rounds. One has to make an effort to convert it 24/7. How? Krishna gives the Guhyatam knowledge. It is a very secret information. Some things which are very simple, secret, simple things, we don't think they are very rare, because it is available in abundance, but there lies the secret. So yat karosi, yat whatever, karosi you do, yat asnasi whatever you eat, yat jahosi dadasi, yat whatever you offer, give, yat tapasyasi whatever austerity you do, kaunteya, hey Arjun, tat kurushva matarpanam, just offer it to me. So office work, if it is offered, 10 hours of job becomes devotional service. Wow, kya easy method. But 2 times a day I have to remember. Huh?
Karma yoga ho jayega Prabhu.
Ha. But even that 2 times in a day I forget. Morning, Krishna, I am going to do your work. Evening, I have done your work, take it. Whatever is there. That also I have to remember. So we should remind each other when we do telephone call. Prabhu ji, abhi tak jo kaam kiya offer kar diya na? Okay. Thank you Prabhu ji. Because now I am saying like this, but tomorrow I will forget this. So Sundar Prabhu can call and say, Prabhu ji offer कर दिया कि नहीं? मौसम प्रभु से, प्रभु जी कल तो बता रहे थे, आज तो आपने किया नहीं ऑफर, प्लीज डू इट. तो ये फायदा है भक्तों का. ओके, यस. उससे होगा क्या ऑफर करने से? व्हाट इज इन इट फॉर मी? नॉलेज नंबर 10. Yes, next devotee please.
Moham Prabhu, can you read?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita 9.28, knowledge number 10, effects of working everything for Krishna. Shubha Phaler evam moksha se karma bandhana sannyasi yoga yuktama vimukto mam upasyasi. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this way, you will be freed from the bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious result. With your mind fixed on me, this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. Rupa Goswami says that as long as we are in this material world, we have to act. We cannot cease acting. Therefore, if actions are performed and the fruits are given to Krishna, then that is called Yukta Vairagya.
Hari Bol.
Krishna.
Hari Krishna. So previous one he said, whatever you do, eat, whatever you offer, austerity you do, give it to me. Now he is telling, if you give, what will happen? Shubh, Ashubh. Both the kind of material Shubh or Ashubh fruits, phal, raivam, moksha se, one will be liberated from those Shubh and Ashubh material benefits. Neither Shubh will come material, nor Ashubh will come. And therefore there won't be a bondage with the work. And in that is called real sannyas. In that sannyas, if somebody does, offering it to me, then vimukto, one will happen, sannyasa yoga yukta atma, that is yukta vairagya, that is sannyas. What will happen? Mam upeshyasi, he will come to me. मेरे पास आएगा, ये होगा. See, I will ask all of you, if you want to buy property in Dubai, you would like to buy leasehold or freehold? Any answers?
Freehold, Prabhu, freehold.
Freehold. Everybody wants to buy freehold. Why?
Then it's ours only.
That's ours only.
Yes.
Exactly. So I am not saying don't buy property in Dubai, but but one should know that even though the property in this material universe is freehold, actually it is leasehold, because we cannot really own it. Freehold property is only in BTG, in Back to Godhead. So we must buy property there. We must have a freehold property. Okay, let's move on. Yes, please. Next devotee.
Knowledge number 11. Krishna is equal for all, but for devotees, he is a friend. Tamoham sarva bhutesu nahame dveso tina priya ya bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maiti teshu chapi aham. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
Last line, Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, devotional service to the Lord is not an activity of this material world. It is part of the spiritual world where eternity, bliss, and knowledge predominate.
Now Krishna is coming closer to the conclusion. He's already given all conclusions actually, but he's giving one more knowledge. He says, Sammoham sarabhuteshu. भैया मेरे लिए सब बराबर है. नमे देशति नमे what is it? Name dvesh asti na priya. Neither I do dvesh nor I am priya. But here comes a but. Ye bhajanti tu mam, the one who is doing devotional service to me, bhaktya, with bhakti, maite teshu, I am in them and they are in me. Matlab, they are sitting in my heart, therefore they are my friend. So I am not envious or partial like the school teacher. That school teacher is equal to everybody. But the student who does what the teacher is telling, that teacher takes little extra care for that student. So this is how he is saying, those people live in my heart, I am in them and they are in me. Meaning they are my friend, I am in their friend. And all devotional activity is nothing to do with material world. It does not have a constraint of the material world. That's what Acharyas have said. Yes, we are now coming to more knowledges. 13 knowledges Krishna gives. He gives lot more, but at least 13 we have picked up from there. Yes, please.
9.31 Knowledge 12. Krishna devotee never perishes. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मं सस्वचन्तिं निगाचति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Translation: He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. A person who could not chant Rama chanted Mara and became a Maharshi Valmiki. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा. क्षिप्रम भवति धर्मात्मा. चुटकी बजाते ही पापी भी धर्मात्मा हो जाता है. हाँ? सन्मुख होई जीव मोहि जबहि जन्म कोटि अघ नासहि तबहि. The moment one surrenders up finish. Slate zero. There are two methods. एक मेथड है कानून का, ये करोगे तो ये फल भुगतोगे. एक है मर्सी पिटीशन टू द प्रेसिडेंट, ये करोगे तो फटाक से चलो भैया छुट्टी. तो दूसरा वाला इजी है, पहला वाला बहुत मुश्किल है भाई. तो इससे मेरी शरण में आओगे तो क्विकली यू विल बिकम धर्मात्मा. शाश्वत, एटर्नल, शांतिम निगच्छति, यू विल गेट एटर्नल पीस. कौन ते प्रतिजानी न मैं भक्त्या प्रणश्यति, मेरे भक्ता को कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकता मेरे भाई. He is giving declaration. Abhi you all know Valmiki Maharaj, Maharshi Valmiki, he was not able to chant Ram Ram, and then he chanted Mara Mara, and Mara 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 Mara, and that's how he realized everything and he became Adi Kavi. Yes, please, final one.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, shall I?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I think Mata. Okay, I will read. Knowledge 13. Final conclusion, result of thinking of Krishna. Man mana bhav mat bhakto madhya jimanamaskuru mame vaishyasi yukte tva matmana matparayana. Translation by Bhakti Prabhupada. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to.
Hari Bol. That's it. Man mana mad bhakt bhakto. Just think of me. Offer me namaskar. Worship me. If you do all this devotional service, then you will finally come to me, because you are all the time absorbed in me. This is the final conclusion, last shloka of 9th chapter. Okay, let's quickly recap the 13 secrets which Krishna has told. Number 1, if Krishna is not attained, one has to come back here. If he is attained, no more coming back, and he can be attained by devotional service. All of these things actually, in a way, I am aware of, but the realization has not happened, therefore they are confidential. So the more one surrenders, the more one works for Krishna, the more one does devotional service, the more it is revealed. Second, first is Sakar, then he only has become Nirakar. He is the superintendent, he is the principal of his material nature. And what is material nature? 8 types. Bhumi, Rapo, Anal, Vayu, that shloka 7.4. Krishna is transcendental and supreme. What great souls do? They do pure devotional service. Krishna is father, mother, grandfather. Those who are ananyas chintayanto ma, Krishna yogakshemam vahamyam. He takes care of them. What they have, it does not go. What they don't have, they get. All this he arranges to go back to him. More than the material thing. The real essence is that he arranges everything so that one can go back. Krishna sees love and devotion, patram pushpam phalam toyam. How can we do devotional service 24/7? Yad karosi yadasnasi. Effects of working everything for Krishna, that is shubha shubh phalayareva moksha se karam bandhana. All the auspicious, inauspicious material results disappear and no heat comes back. Krishna is equal for all, but for devotees, he is a friend. Krishna's devotee never perishes. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. And final conclusion, result of thinking of Krishna is that being completely absorbed in me, he surely comes back to me, Krishna tells in 934. Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Anant Koti Vaishnava ki Jai. So, any questions, corrections, anything, please? Otherwise, I think time is also getting over. Then we can close it with your permission. Any comments, corrections? Most welcome.
Prabhuji, looks like the most quoted verses of Bhagavad Gita is from chapter 9 only.
No, the thing is like this. Every chapter we will feel like that actually. This is the beauty of Krishna's, because everything is interrelated, everything is connected. He has given the information in such a way that if one misses out here, one can